welcome back to the Mark Mosey Show. And joining me right now here in studio, very fine gentleman. He is the host of Living the American Dream with Chris Robinson. Guess what? It's Chris Robinson. We got to talk about his show and what's coming up on Saturday. Chris, how you doing today, man?
Oh, I'm doing phenomenal. Living the American Dream.
I like, if I hesitate, I can look across from me and your signs here in the studio, so I know who you are at all times. I just want you to know that. So every day on the air, I'm talking about basketball,
Right.
and I see the name Chris Robinson, so I'll never
Living the
forget
American
it.
Dream.
I like it. So how's the show going so far?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's been great. I've been pleasantly surprised that all the guests that have come on so far have had a good time themselves, which I think is, it speaks volumes to, first of all, being able to learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've got a lot of business leaders in the community that have done what they've done and become successful. They've done it in very different ways, as we've already heard. So it's been great.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So it's on 10 a.m. right here on 1560 The Fan. If you miss an episode, don't worry. You can check out the podcast on Facebook, on our website, sportsradio1560.com. They shoot video for it as well. Your
Yeah.
son does a great job, by the way.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
Does he ever get sick of shooting his father all the time?
I think he probably does.
Okay, so we'll talk for him moving forward. All right, that's exactly what it is. If they want more information, is there a phone number they can give you a call at or anything?
Yeah, sure. Give me a call at 321-890-2094. Again, that's Chris Robinson of Living the American Dream at 321-890-2094.
So what's coming up on Saturday's show?
Saturday's show is a great show. We've got Claudio from Phone Medics. I don't want to give too much away, but Claudio's a great guy. Started his business 3 years ago. Is doing well. It pretty much just ingrained himself in the community, both the business community and the social community around town. Everybody knows Claudio. Fixes phones, tablets, but we really talk about how he got started, and it's really a great story.
How come we don't have a cool name like Claudio? How come because we have the one syllable, Chris, Mark,
Yeah.
we're not that cool. That's the problem.
Yeah. And of course, I got Chris Robinson, so I can't say Chris Robinson without the girls laughing. Winnie the Pooh! What up?
Oh, that's what they do,
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely.
That's what it is.
And I'm Christopher Lloyd, so I get Robinson Caruso, I get, Christopher Lloyd, the actor, I don't know.
I get the same joke all the time of splitting the sea. All the freaking time. Okay? Oh, Moses, hey! You split those sea. It's like, oh man, you should write for Conan O'Brien. That's fantastic. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, it's pouring rain out here. Where's Mark Moses?
Yeah, exactly. I'm drinking a beer. So, how about Orlando City? How they doing, man?
Do we really need to talk about this?
Well, look, they tied 3-3.
Oh, they tied 3-3. What's up with your boy Laren?
The DUI.
Yeah, I got a different perspective on this, man.
You can't be that high profile drinking at the bars in Orlando,
Right.
and no one, there needs to be team unity. And this is for anyone in that circumstance. Like, if you're with all your friends or anything, and your buddy is that intoxicated, you need to be like 90210 every episode, where they're like, look, give me your keys.
Right.
All right, give me your keys. We're at the Peach Pit. Give me your keys. You're not driving home. And especially Chris, with the hipster kids in their 20s,
Right.
they're all about the Uber.
Yeah.
And they don't even hesitate anymore.
It's unbelievable. There could have been a ton of people. By the way, you just dated yourself. Did you
I
just
know.
really reference 90210?
I did.
With Orlando City Soccer.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Give me your keys. That's what Jason Priestley would say. Give me the keys.
You
all
are
right?
You are good, my friend.
You know what it is? All those subliminal messages of doing the right thing, it
Right.
went on me.
Wow.
It did. But I mean, I know you have thoughts on it.
Yeah, here's my problem. I'm sick and tired of the sports industry. These guys that become successful, have great opportunities, they become role models whether they like it or not, and they spit in the face of their fans by doing nonsense. Everybody says, oh, he made a mistake. All right, making a mistake is, I don't know, making a right on red when the sign said no right on red.
Yeah.
All right, that's a mistake, all right? This is just irresponsible, and I know I don't know the man, we all make mistakes, as they say, don't be too hard on him, and this, but come on, man, come on. To me, it's an honor, it's a privilege, you get to play soccer. You get to play soccer, which I love, and get paid to do it, and be on a national stage. You're not only part of the team, you're a big part of the team, making a huge impact. I mean, what that does to your fans, what that does to your family, it's just, how is it worth it? And I'm picking on Carl Laren because he's, the athlete of the week now because of this. But there's so many athletes that have done the same nonsense and other things, and we give them a pass because they're athletes, they make a mistake, he was stressed out, da, da, da. No. Everybody else doesn't get the same pass.
They don't. The one I think of is Tiger Woods, where he didn't have alcohol in the system.
Right.
It was all like pain medication.
Right. I'm still confused about that one.
That was like we saw that in Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right. Oh,
that's what happened with a Lamborghini.
Awesome movie, by the way. Talking about living the American dream. True story, Wolf of Wall Street. If you haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street, you've got to check that movie out.
I love that movie.
Take the lessons from it, not the madness. There are a lot of lessons to be learned from that movie.
Yeah, and we don't condone the 9,000 F words in the movie either.
No, not at all.
Broke a record.
Not at all.
But I agree.
Or the Quaaludes.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what Tiger did as well, where it was like the DUI, but it was all medication in him.
Right.
He thought he was in California when they pulled him over. It's insane. But you know what the moral of the story is? Luckily, no one was hurt in those situations.
Exactly.
That could have been really bad.
Exactly. And then if somebody does get hurt, then don't get me started.
I know, man.
They get the big money for the big lawyers, and it's just, I don't know. It's just an unfair system that, I don't know. I just wish these athletes would take more responsibility for themselves and realize that, they're not only representing themselves, they're representing the sport, they're representing the fans, they're representing their families, and it's just nonsense. It's not necessary. As you said, Uber. If you don't like Uber, Lyft. If you don't like Lyft, it's probably 50 people at that bar would have taken him home.
You do a show about living the American dream in small business. I know we've talked about this off air, but I am fascinated by, we grew up with you take a cab, and now it's like, no, you take an Uber, or you take this Lyft. It's not cool to take a cab anymore. And it's interesting when you talk to people, why don't you take a cab? Well, they're too expensive, and it takes too long, and this I'm in charge of, and I can... I think it's one of the great inventions of all time.
No, absolutely.
I'm amazed.
I'll give you a quick story. So I took my family to New Orleans, it was a couple months ago. So it's me, my wife, the kids, my 3 sons, and my son and his new wife. Mm-hmm. So we're all out to dinner one night. He doesn't know him to tell the story.
Oh, okay, I like this.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny because we're sitting there and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do next. Whether you're going to walk down to Bourbon Street, check out a band, or you're going to go look at some artwork, do whatever it is. So we're trying to figure it out, and I looked at my son and I said, okay, all right, so what do you guys want to do next? And they looked at us, and again, these are the millennials in the family. Mm-hmm. Sorry, we're going. Our Uber's waiting for us outside. I'm like, you're who?
Where were they going?
Yeah, I have no idea. But we were all of a sudden, we became the old fogies, and they were the young ones, and they were gone. Before we could say, what's an Uber? They were gone.
They already made the plans before you asked the question.
They already made the plans. Their Uber guy was there. And again, we're in a strange city, to us anyway. A different city. But it's just amazing that, we can communicate, we can the quickness that we can move and find out, what's the answer to this? Oh, ask Google. There's no mystery anymore.
See, I find it fascinating that it's like with the cab, this is someone that's certified. Right. He had to get the license, he has the actual company, this is a business. Right. Something's going to happen here with this Uber stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't think about it. It's killing the regular taxi business.
It is.
You know that. I was in, where was I? In Virginia. And a cabbie took me from the airport to the house. And I was talking to him. I was, hey, how's business? Because I'm always talking about business. How you doing? What's the economy like? And he said, oh, we've been dying for the last 4 or 5 years. I just broached the subject of how's business. And for the next hour, I heard about Uber and how Uber's killing the business. And he had 5 cars on the road before. Now he's down to 1 car. Still got the 4 cars in the parking lot. But anyway, in his driveway. But that's not really part of the story. But, again, when you talk about industries changing and our environment changing, if you don't keep up, man, you get left behind.
But see, what's going to be interesting is, it's like, oh, Uber's the one, right? But someone's going to come along, like you have Lyft.
Right.
Someone's going to come along as a third person, be more efficient and cheaper for the customer, and kill those 2 brands.
Sure.
And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, I was in Jamaica about a month ago.
You get around.
Yeah,
I noticed this with these stories.
I like traveling.
I see that.
So I'm in Jamaica, and I'm going down, nobody knows where this is, a Hope Road. But anyway, it's in downtown Kingston. I'm walking down, I'm like, oh, this is going to take too long. So all these cars keep beeping at me.
Mm-hmm.
And why are people beeping? And I realized these are taxi cabs. And that's how in Jamaica, the person doesn't hail the cab hails the person.
Oh, they're stalking you.
Yeah, exactly, they're stalking me. So they beat the horn. So finally I put my hand up, yeah, I'll take a cab. This is too long. Cabbie pulls over, I open the door. There's already 3 people in the car.
So you had to share with them.
So I had to share it with them. However, it was cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It was really inexpensive. Told my cousin later on, he says, oh yeah, this is because you didn't, get an exclusive ride. So I think that's got to be the next thing.
Oh, where millennials are in it together.
Exactly. Uber, hey.
That's what it is?
Everybody. Then you're just going to go wherever that Uber is going, that's where you're going.
Exactly. Like, how'd you meet your wife? Well, I was in a multi-Uber, and we started talking.
Yeah, I think we're actually on to something. We're joking about this.
We need to work on this.
Hey.
Oh, he's giving me the look now. Let's make it happen.
And you got the Moses going for you, parting the sea.
Exactly.
Parting the traffic. I don't know. We're working on it.
All right, well, yeah, it's a good thing we're not on the air right now. So we're here with Chris Robinson, Living the American Dream, which you can hear Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Real quick on soccer. Can you keep up with all these tournaments that go on where it's like Confederation Cup?
No.
I think we should start the Covfefe Cup. That's what it should be.
That'd be awesome.
If you told us, we get Covfefe Cup, Orlando City's in it.
You know what we need here? You know
What?
what we need here to Brevard? All right, you and I can work on this.
What?
If this Uber thing doesn't work out, the multi-Uber thing doesn't work out,
I like this.
we need an indoor soccer facility.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, it's a phenomenal idea. I always tell you, if you do anything, first of all, for kids and indoors, you can't miss in Florida. Freaking 110 degrees out there.
Yeah.
And I coach soccer. We're looking for a facility for the kids to play during the summer. It's too hot outside. They go to camp. If we could do an indoor soccer facility, listen, hit me up at 321-890-2094 if you want to fund it.
All right. So, like multiple fields indoors?
Multiple fields, tournaments throughout the year. You could have adult divisions. You could have tournaments. Our kids do tournaments up in Merritt Island, Port St. Lucie, all over, Orlando. And when you go to these tournaments, there's like 30, 40, 50 different teams. Can you imagine if we had that indoors and the parents could come and sit in the stands and have an adult beverage and, in the AC? It'd be phenomenal.
All right, for our listeners, this is for them. Is the field smaller than an outdoor soccer field?
Yes.
So
Yes.
is it, how many players per team?
Well, it depends. You can do 5v5, you can do 3v3. We could have different tournaments. Now we're getting into the details.
I see that here.
Yeah, no, but absolutely. It's.
You're all in. You're all in, man.
I don't know, man.
You're ready, huh?
I'm ready. The county needs it. We need it.
Are you going to get out there?
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to play?
Absolutely.
All right, I got to see
Yes,
this.
I'm 50 plus when I turn 50.
I got to see this. This is going to be awesome. His name's Chris Robinson. You can check out his show, Living the American Dream, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. You got Claudio. That's who's coming on?
Claudio's coming in from Fold Medics. Don't miss it. Great story. Great guy. Phenomenal story in terms of how he got started, how hard he had to work to get his business going.
Okay, very nice. And if you missed the show, you can check it out on the podcast page at sportsradio1560.com. Chris, thanks for coming in. I'll see you on Saturday.
Mark, thanks so much for all you do.